Let's see. Oh, it's hard to see the screen. I don't know why the screen looks so dark. I don't know if it's just bright. So we'll be cleaning up all the junk around the house. So we got 10 people. Let's see if I can set this up. It's hard to see the screen. It's so bright. It don't even seem that bright. Let's see. Let's see the chat. He said, see, Debbie said, hello, Zay. Have you planted the watermelon yet? Yeah, we planted the watermelon, all the ones we started in the high tunnel. So they're doing good. I can show those. Once I connect this, if I can connect the speaker. But yeah, we planted a watermelon. We planted some corn. We planted sorghum, sunflowers. Try to plant some okra soon. Some purple whole peas, some other stuff. So I'm soaking the seeds right now. See, Beverly said, hey. So we got 14 people. So we got 3 likes. Hit the like button if y'all enjoy it. I'm trying to connect to the speaker. I don't know if I can do it with the. Do it from the computer. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, trying to get the speaker connected. Make sure my Bluetooth. It's annoying. Let's see. Yeah, Beverly said, "What did you find in the ground?" It was a shallow well. I still got to see how deep it is. I'm pretty sure it's a shallow one. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a well, and so I seen there's water in it. And after we got some rain, the water level rose, and so it looks like it's connected to like a water table, some kind of groundwater down there. And so it's not too far from the house. It's kind of close to the driveway. Um, I don't know. I might have Wi-Fi over there, but I'm pretty sure it's a shallow well. Doing the research on it, it looks like it might have been drilled in like the early 1900s, maybe 1920s, or maybe up to 1950, because there's concrete and there's like reinforcement in it. But it could have been hand dug first in like the 1800s, and then they could have hand dug it first, and then they could have reinforced it later on in the 1900s. But there's an old school. There was an old black school on our property, right on the corner of our property, and that's where that well is at. And then there's a cistern or some kind of, it looks like it was an old water storage, something that I think was connected to it. But I got to see how deep the well is, and I got to pump the water out and see. I got to see how fast it'll recharge, because I don't know how much water is down there. And so I'm gonna see how much water I can pump out, and I got to see if the quality of the water is good. I smelled it. It didn't smell like anything. It just smelled like the earth, so it smelled clean. Yeah, I don't know why this is not coming on. But if there's a good amount of water in there, it'll be a good source of water for us. Expanding our crop fields, we're gonna use that water. So we'll see. It'll be especially nice in the summer once the creek and everything dries up. I don't know why it's doing this. All right, I'm back. Connected to the speaker. So let me see. Realized it was connecting to the wrong thing. But yeah, the well, I can see if I can go over there. We'll mainly have to figure that out. We'll have to develop it as far as the pumping and piping coming. We're probably most likely going to use that for the house area. Pumping water out here. We can pump water from the well. You can see how far back I can go back there. So the well is back here. And the house is right here. And I'm not sure, I think the well might be a little bit higher in elevation. So we could gravity feed or use a not as powerful pump to pump water. And I can see how far back here I go. But you see that pipe right there? That's where the well is near that. I think it was connected to it at some point, or it might have been just like a stand for a hand pump. So let's see how far back we can go. We might lose connection. This is where the grain bin is. And so there was an old black school here. It could have been the 1800s or early 1900s, but they used this grain bin, and the school was back over here. You can see the foundations. It's in the trees. I won't go too deep in there, but it's over in here. I'm gonna clear these trees out, and the well is right next to that tree. So I don't know if y'all can still hear me. Let's see. Yeah, y'all let me know if you can hear me. I'm going deeper in the trees. I don't know if the Wi-Fi will reach back here. But anyway, the well, I can see if I can make it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. We'll see. The well is right over there. And so it'll just be a process. But the main thing is I'll have to figure out first, for one, if the water quality, if it's even good water in there. It smelled all right, but I haven't looked at it really yet. I gotta figure out what to put down there to pull out. But you can see the water in there. I gotta see if the quality of the water is good, and then I gotta see if the quantity is good, how much water is in there. And so if we got a good amount of water, I'm gonna have to pump that water out, and I may have to pump all of it out, I don't know, or see how much I can pump out. And I gotta see how long it takes for the water to refill, because it could be a spring. I think there is a chance there might be a spring or several springs throughout the property. But it's just, I don't know, we'll have to see. But depending on how much water can come out, that'll determine how we'll use it. But more than likely, we're gonna pump it to our tanks at the house, because we got this irrigation pond. It just filled up the other day. And so this is our corn we planted. And so we're using the irrigation pond to irrigate our crops in this area. We're gonna try to expand on the other side over here. So I'm moving all this junk out the way, because we're gonna move the animal pen over here too. Yeah, I seen Beverly said I can hear. Yeah, Martica said hello from Central Texas. Ruby Harris said, I'm sorry I can't buy your juice. I would love to taste it. I live in Mississippi. Yeah, we could figure out how to ship it. It probably wouldn't be worth it for y'all to pay the shipping, because we'd have to like ship it overnight unless we put a preservative in it, like citric acid or something. And the weight to ship it, especially overnight, probably costs like $100. So for most people, it wouldn't be worth it, maybe unless you bought a bunch of tea or juice at once. But even then, you'd be paying a good price. I don't know. It just depends. But for a lot of people, it wouldn't be worth it. So we don't really ship it online. Yeah, Beverly said, I'm glad I caught alive. Diane said it's been a while for me. Glad to be back. You're glad you're back. Glad everybody's watching. See, we got 30 people watching. Y'all remember to hit the like button. Said North Carolina in the digital building. Nikki Pooh said hello. And then I see someone says, hey Zayne. I see Beverly, appreciate it. Sent $25. Marticus, she said I could hear. So I guess you can hear. Let me see if I can see my connection. I might be able to show the whale. We'll see if I can go all the way back there. But the whale is in a pretty nice location because it's pretty close to the house, and the animal pen is going to be over there, and then we got our crops over all in this field, and the crop field is lower in elevation. So even if we pump the water out, say we had a water tower or something to pump the water, we might could gravity feed it to other places. But we really want to put a hand pump on it because it'd be a little more sustainable. You know, we're not depending on the technology. So this is the whale. So hopefully y'all can still hear me and see. I don't know if we got connection. The whale is in there. You might be able to see the water. You probably can't see it on camera, but yeah. So we'll have to see. I got to figure out what to put in there. Someone was using this jar. The guy who was here previously, I think, was using that. I don't really trust this string, but I'll probably do something similar. But I need like something to dip down there and see. So the whale is right over here, and then this is the driveway. So right across from the driveway, we got the corn planted, and then we got tomatoes planted. So this is the corn so far. It's about a week old. I'm trying to keep the rabbits and stuff from eating everything. But they're doing pretty good. So just gotta add some more, we'll be adding more compost, fertilize them, and hopefully they'll grow. Hopefully the animals don't destroy them. But we're gonna try to eventually we'd like to have these fields fenced off along the driveway. We'll have a kind of like a stick type fence. Eventually it'll be like a wattle and daub fence. But we'll have that all the way through here. Eventually all these fields will be kind of fenced off. We'll have to make sure we get it fenced in before it gets too big, because Coco will try to eat them. And but yeah, I want to put the canoe in here. If it wasn't full of water, I'd put the canoe in there. But the canoe has water in it, so I'm using that as water storage. Coco! Okay, I see the chat. I see somebody said trying to learn too. Said hey Zayne. I see Marticus said can see in here. I'm shocked y'all can see over there because I'm connected on the Wi-Fi. So that means the Wi-Fi goes that way pretty far. But he said we can hear you and can see the water down there. So that's pretty cool. I wanted to put a camera down there, but I'm not sure if I want to risk it. But I was gonna try to tie the camera onto a wire and maybe stick it in there. Because we got a small camera and it's waterproof, so I could stick it in there, but I would need a light, and I need a good string. But first I just got to see how deep it is before I do all that. I see Diane said never had a whale water to my knowledge. Shalom, beloved family. Yeah, the whales can be pretty good. Some whales aren't that good because they can have not really the best quality water. Like we were at our rent house before we moved out here. it was on a well, and the water wasn't really good. It had a bad smell, but to me, it's still better than like public water with chlorine and all that stuff in it. Because they add a lot of stuff to the water, and then the water is treated with chemicals. And so this is the watermelon patch. So we're still connected. They're pretty small. They were kind of struggling in the high tunnels, getting beat up. And with the temperature fluctuating, and we didn't transplant them, and so watermelons really don't like to be transplanted after too long. But they're doing all right. They're pretty much established now. We planted them when it was raining, when we were getting some rains and stuff, so they should be pretty good. Once they get more established, we're gonna cover these rows completely with hay mulch to help them stay moist. But luckily today is still pretty moist. It's we got some pretty decent rain. But yeah. It's pretty moist, but it's still pretty hot. I think the high is like 88 degrees today, so we're gonna have to put the shade cloth on the tunnels. But when I was just moving stuff around, kind of cleaning up some stuff. So I got this area. I got a lot of this stuff moved. I'm trying to move it. Some of it's gonna be separated, but we're gonna move the animal pen over here. And so the animal pen has always been temporary. And we had a bunch of stuff stored over in here. And so I'm just kind of moving it, dividing it up. But we're gonna eventually blew a new doghouse over here. And then the animal pen next to him. And then we're gonna put a stall for Coco so we can start locking her up. But we'll put the animal pen when we do eventually build a barn. I wanted it to be right here. And this is kind of the driveway going all the way through. So if we ever have any kind of major deliveries or a semi truck or anything, vehicles, people picking up animals or dropping them off, it'll be really easy to just ride in and out through the driveway. If the barn, animal pen, all this stuff, eventually I could expand it into a shop building and all that stuff, so we can have some sheds, mainly some more infrastructure. And so also there's a property line that runs through here, so we could put it along the property line. Yeah, I see somebody said, did you think about a few tiny houses for rent? Yeah, if I could afford it, maybe, but I wouldn't really want too many people over here. They'd have to be on the other end of the property. But even then, it would cost a lot. It would cost a lot to develop the houses. And it would take a lot of time. Then you have to find the right people. So the heat index is 97 degrees here today. Yeah, it's getting pretty hot here. And so if you haven't seen, this is the animal pen. And the sheep are on a different part of the property, so I won't really be able to show them. So I won't be able to show the sheep. They're over in the cedar area, and I meant to check on them actually. But they've been over there the past while now, maybe about a week now. And so we're gonna move this. The animal pen will be moved. And you see, I already cut some of the trees down. We plan on cutting these down. I've been leaving them because the sheep used them for shade. But I cut them down and let the sheep eat on them. So once we move the animal pen, I'm gonna leave this tree because it's a pecan tree. We're gonna move the solar panels a little bit up closer to the house. And you see the grass is growing really nice in here because of the animal manure. But we might end up putting some crops over here. And then we're gonna plant some herbs and different stuff in the high tunnel. So we're still moving our plants that are in the high tunnel. You got disconnected. So we're still moving those. We moved out the watermelon. We moved some tomatoes out yesterday. But a lot of these are gonna end up being in the high tunnels. So we planted some amaranth that will be planted over in this field up here. And then the high tunnels would be mostly used for the herbs. So pretty much we're just moving everything around. We're planting some more watermelon, because we're going to try to grow as much watermelon as we can. And we'll see how it goes. If we run out of water, I don't know, we'll see how much water. But for now, I'm moving all this stuff so that I can move the animal pen. Because once I move all this out the way, I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna put it. I want to put the cedar tree in it so they can go under the cedar tree. But this will be the animal pen somewhere over in here. But I have to do it on this elevation because the water, when it rains hard, it can sit in this low point. So they need to be kind of upslope, so their hooves don't get wet. So that's what we'll be doing, or at least what I'll be doing right now. Gotta move all this stuff, and then I gotta plant these seeds that I have soaking in the sun, in some water. So we got some okra seeds. We have some Clemson. It's called Clemson spineless okra, which is a green okra. It's not as fibrous. And then we have hibiscus and some red okra. And so I'm letting it soak in the water to soften up the seed before I plant them. I'm gonna put them probably in some pots first, and then we'll decide where exactly to put those. But I at least want to get the seeds started to give me time to get the rows ready. She said right, and then Stream Pig says salute. We appreciate you for watching. See, we got 42 people. Hit the like button if y'all enjoy watching. Support the channel. I'm gonna see if I can play this playlist. Let me bring this over here. But it's a lot of work. I mean, you gotta really wanna live like this. When you're building something, I don't know if it's still connected. All right. So it's no editing. Usually we do a time lapse, but y'all just gonna have to see the real deal. So actually, before I get started too much, I'm gonna go check on the sheep really quick. See where they're at, see what they're doing. I haven't checked on them today. I'm gonna give them some grain. Let's see what they're doing. Give them some of this. So I've been giving them some of this grain to get them to follow me around, because when we go far on the property, it's hard to get them back there. So it's like a mix of different grains, and it has molasses in it. It makes it sweet, so it's a sweet feed. It's kind of like a treat, like a candy, but it's really good to get them to follow you. So I've been using it to train them, also to fatten them up. So I'm gonna go take this to them. It's pretty far, so I could bring the live, but it's gonna disconnect. Go sit y'all over here. Take this tripod. Sit y'all by the pond. So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get them this feed real quick. See somebody said, I said music is nice. Yeah, glad you like the music. Playing it from YouTube. See, Rich Exotic said happy Aloha Friday. See, it said it's the legend. So all right, I'm gonna go down there. We're gonna give the sheep some grain. Hopefully they're all right, because there's a lot of coyotes in that area. And I haven't seen them today. So we'll see. Alright, I'm back. The sheep seem like they're doing pretty good. Gave them some feed. Trying to hold all this stuff. Gave them some feed. So, doing pretty good. They look pretty good out there. It's nice when they're out grazing. This is the first time they've grazed that area, that part of the property, so it's really cool over there. We'll make a video. I can't bring the live back there. But yeah. Let's see the chat. What I miss. See, Diane said hello, Nay. Oh, I guess Nay must have came from North Carolina. Hi, Zay and A, just coming on. What happened with the whale you all found? And how are the seedlings coming along? Watching from, I don't even know how to say it. Thono, let me see, Thono Tosasa, Florida. I don't know how to say that. So yeah, the whale I was saying earlier, I'll repeat it. If you hadn't seen earlier, the water whale is over there. I haven't really done much with it. We've been really focused on planting. But we're gonna test the water to see if the water is good. And if the water is good, we also have to see how much water is in there. I think it's a shallow well, and so I think there's probably some hidden history behind it. There's an old school, historical school that was here at one point in time. And so that well, I'm pretty sure, was connected to that school. It was Old Black School, because this is a historically black town of Boley. So there was black businesses and black schools. So I could probably bring it over there. Let's see. It was able to connect last time. And so where we live is outside of the city limits of Boley, Oklahoma, which is a historically all black town. It was one of the most prominent black towns. And it was founded back when this was Indian territory. Before Oklahoma was a state, they had these all black towns here. And so this was a school that they developed. And I'm not sure what kind of school. Just a small school, but this is the whale. And so you see it's reinforced. I got to clean it up and everything, but it had been probably 1900s because of the steel casing. It has a steel casing, some kind of metal, and then it has this reinforced concrete around it. And so based on the research, we know that this was done after the 1900s. But the well itself could have been dug in the 1800s, and then they could have reinforced it. It's a pretty interesting well. I'm not sure when the school was built, so that'd probably tell us a lot. So you see there's a little, I gotta clean this whole area out and kind of really just excavate and see what I can find. The more clues I find, the more details it reveals. And so the school was back in here. I gotta clear these trees out and see if there's anything around the foundation. But there's some different old concrete foundations and stuff that's buried, and so we'll see what we can uncover. But I think there was some kind of a hand pumping system that they used, and I think they gravity fed it down, because if you've seen our channel, you know that the driveway in this area is always wet. And I don't know if there's a spring. I always never knew if there was a spring or what it is, or if it's just the water seeping. But I kind of blocked the water the way I developed the driveway so that the pond it's kind of like a drainage pond, but water has always come from this way, and that's where the well is at. And I'm pretty sure it's a shallow well, so it's dependent on the groundwater, the ground table that's over here. And there's always water here. And that's why I had to dig that dip right there, because it's always water in there, even when it's low. And so I don't know, but we have to figure out all these things and see. But the main thing, I just have to see how deep it is. I got to stick a string down there and figure out how deep the well is, and depending on how deep it is, That'll give me an idea of what kind of pump I'll need. Because if it's a shallow well, I could use my shallow well pump that we already have. And that's most likely what we're going to use. But if it could be a lot deeper, we may need a more powerful pump that can pump the water out. But long term, trying to get away from the electrical pumps because eventually they'll fail. And so long term, if this is a shallow well, I'd want to use a hand pump so that, you know, if anything were to happen, we can always use the hand pump and we could pump it right to the house. So that'll be the plan. But right now we're just trying to get stuff planted while it's raining because we don't need to depend on the well right now. And we've got the irrigation pond, it's pretty full. The creek has water in it, we've been pumping. Yeah, shockingly, it went all the way to the well. But yeah, somebody said that's what I want, a manual pump too, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he said he spoke about the well earlier, not done yet, yeah. It's a process, it's gonna be, man, a lot of figuring out. I wanna see exactly, I wanna uncover the whole area and see the big picture of what it was too. But, because it could be a pretty historical site, depending on what all is over there. Maybe we'll find some treasure. I don't know, some gold. But I don't know if y'all know Nay made it. But I was reading the chat. Let me see. Superman 42 said, "What's good at Zay and Nay?" Nothing much. You're doing pretty good. Weather's hot, but it's not too hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she said this music's super nice. They've been liking the music. They said it's soothing. They said this music's super nice for the season. Yeah, the music's soothing. He said, good job on the pronunciation of the city I live in. It's outside of Tampa. Yeah, I didn't know how to say that. I don't even remember what I said. He said, yeah, that's what I want, a manual pump. Yeah, trying to learn too. He said, my well is connected to my home. I had it disconnected because it's useless. Exactly, yeah. The well, that's what a lot of people don't realize, is you can have a well, a water well. Let me sit this down. A lot of people don't realize you can have a water well, but if you don't have power, your well, you can't do anything with it because it's usually hundreds of feet deep in the ground and you're not going to be able to pull that water out. But I've seen people that have, it was an older lady that lives maybe 30 minutes from here, but she has a well, and it was an old well. The old wells are pretty cool, but they put a hand pump on it, and she put an electrical pump, so she has both. I don't know how that works, but somehow you can connect a hand pump and electrical one. So I don't know. We might see if we can do that, but to me, long term, the hand pump is pretty valuable because the electrical pump is always going to go out eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was saying, but it'll be a process getting the well. Somebody said hi, Nay.
Hey.
But yeah, the pump is gonna be a process.
You want to plant stuff first or clean the stuff up first?
I don't know. I guess we'll get planted.
Oh, my goodness. Above 200 years.
Yeah, we're trying to be sustainable.
Yeah, we plant stuff first. I got to put on my overalls.
See, somebody said, hello, Zane, checking in from Brunswick, Georgia. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
But hey, everybody that's watching. See, we got 66 people on now. You see,
It's hot, guys. Woo! It's still hot, even though it's cloudy.
yeah. Glad Nate's out now. It's boring with just Zay. No, I was kidding. But now I see JD said, I'm doing the plumbing on a new construction house, and we were doing the well pump and wires for it. The well is 300 feet deep. Yes,
Wow.
it's gonna be a big old pump.
Yeah.
Um,
That's usually how it is, though. I mean, just a regular well.
yeah, but
It's
that's good
deep.
knowledge to have because people need it, and they gotta pay for it,
Yeah.
and it's not cheap.
Yeah, it isn't.
But yeah, that's a lot. That's pretty deep. I think. But the thing is about it being deep, it's the well itself is the water is usually more reliable.
Yeah.
But it not always. Shalom. This is Shalom, beloved Nay. Nicole Williamson. Um. Yeah, I don't know. You want to plant? I guess we can plant.
What do you want to plant first? I want to plant some peanuts and some microgreens.
We need to soak the peanuts and do that. But we got the okra. Plant the okra. Hibiscus. All at the bottom.
Yeah.
All that stuff in the bottom is really soaking. We need to soak the peanuts probably for like an hour and then put them in a container before we plant them. I meant to do that. I was gonna get that sorghum grain too. So we gotta plant some more sorghum. Sun coming out.
Yeah, it's getting really hot.
So it's hot and it's humid and it's sunny, but it's been like good planting weather. And
No, there's
yeah, he been in there.
no,
So we're trying to utilize the weather to get everything planted, everything in the ground
Hey,
while it's still moist.
Hey,
And so that'll help with our water sources, being more resourceful with the water that we have. So we try to plant when it's raining and when the ground is wet. So we're gonna start our seeds in containers first and then put them in the ground, a lot of them. Hey, Blue.
Yeah, he likes his little pot.
Yeah, he'd be in there when it's real hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to conserve and use the moisture that's here. So the ground is still wet even though it's hot, so it's humid.
Yeah.
And but it's really good weather for starting seeds. So I got the seeds soaking. I'm gonna be germinating some more seeds. So it comes in waves. So like this is like the next wave, the planting season wave.
Yeah.
So it's kind of behind on some stuff, but this is the next wave really to get stuff planted with the rains we've had.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're trying to get it planted now. Especially the sorghum and the stuff we're not gonna irrigate because the sorghum is in another field on the other side. And I don't think the Wi-Fi will go over there.
Probably not. Unfortunately.
See, Beverly said it's 83 here in Chicago. Yvonne said, hello, how are y'all doing? I can see y'all. God bless you and your wife. Yeah, we appreciate y'all for watching. So we got 65 people, got 53 likes. Said 84 on my end in North Carolina, not complaining. I think the high is 88 today.
Yeah.
So-
Almost 90 degrees here.
Yeah, we might need to see how hot it is.
The high tunnel is so hot, I can't even be in there.
It's humid in there, so we got to put this is the shade cloth we have for it, for both of them. Let me see how it feels in there.
I'm gonna put my overalls on.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty hot and humid in there. See if I can open up some more. I see Young and Flourishing said, hey y'all, hey, what's up? Said I will take it over. Oh yeah, over the cold, yeah. It's pros and cons. It's gonna get super hot. So yeah, it just depends. It's pros and cons, the heat and the cold, I don't know. They both get pretty rough. Beverly said, I feel like you two are family. A lot of people say we look related. They said, I see Diane said, what's the favorite part of your lifestyle and the least favorite? I'm trying to think. The favorite part is the freedom. Like we can do whatever we want out here. As long as we pay our bills and do things like that. But I mean, we can do whatever we want. I mean, I could shoot anywhere. I can build whatever I want. I don't need any permits. Nobody can cut my water off. Nobody can turn my lights off. Nobody can evict me. I can ride a horse out here. We can raise animals. So the freedom is definitely the best part. Also, I love to build and I like to plant things. I like to grow stuff. And so I can't really do that. I just can't do it like in the city. I can't do the things I want to do. So it's just literally, that is, I don't know, it's just the way of living. It literally is my lifestyle. But the least favorite part, besides how expensive everything is, honestly, the ticks, probably. The ticks, we're still developing the land, so like, especially you go in the trees, there's ticks everywhere. Somebody asked what's their favorite part of the lifestyle and the least favorite part. I was saying the freedom is probably my favorite. I can do whatever, we can do whatever out here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can shoot out here, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, just being in nature every day.
Yeah, being in nature, it's peace.
Yeah, it's so peace. It's like no.
You hear the birds. Somebody
and the
said,
privacy too. The privacy.
They said I feel like you two are family. But yeah, I don't know. The least favorite part is like I said, probably the ticks.
Yeah.
Getting ate up.
The ticks, the bugs. Just the bugs in general. We have a lot of bugs out here, but really the ticks are really annoying. And snakes.
Yeah, I got a tick on me right now.
Thankfully, there's not that many snakes out here. At least I haven't seen any.
Yeah, I just pulled a tick off of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's really not too many.
There's not too many cons.
It's a lot of work, but I've always done a lot of work. Let's see, somebody says, Zay, try looking up Lead Farmer 73 and you can ask him about your well and how to go about whatever you want to do. Yeah, I've seen his video about he dug a shallow well. But he's in a pretty nice area. He's got a really nice area. We have sandstone. And so I seen where he did the shallow well and all that stuff. But his climate is going to be a lot different from ours. It did help. We had somebody drill the well, and he was able to tell us a little bit about the geology. But
you can lift up.
Yeah.
So then you don't have to punch.
Now, Lead Farmer is pretty nice though. Now he's got a nice shallow well. Yeah, I know he's got that hemp pump. That might be too tall.
Here, you could push this. Just this.
Trying to adjust tripod.
Yeah, so he's not. He was like, Zay was hunched over.
Let's see, Yeah, I know he used a Sandpoint. I think it was a Sandpoint shallow well. We thought about doing something similar like that. But since it's already drilled over there, we would just need to put our pump on it. So it's gonna be the main thing. Looking at name. Now somebody said what
We're still bending over.
back up.
Aren't
So
they a
short.
husband and wife?
No, I was trying to see. Somebody said that they was asking what we look like.
Oh,
But nah, yeah, husband and wife. People think we're brother and sister
yeah, we're a married couple.
from the same tribe. She's my Miss Born to Pray. Say hello. I'm happy for you both. My husband and I have been watching your videos and streams. We admire your dedication and commitment towards your projects. We're joining your channel today. Shalom. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank
Appreciate
you.
the support.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, Beverly sent $25.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we
He
appreciate
said, yeah,
that.
Lead Farmer
Thank
is
you.
good. I know he's got a nice garden. I don't really watch him too much. But I've seen the well video though. I've seen him do that well. And we thought about doing that same thing. It's hard to look at.
Yeah,
the chat.
it's hard to see it.
It's so bright,
yeah,
and
the
then
glare.
It disappears, so we have to like keep it on the screen. There might be a way to keep it on, but
Back to the good. Oh, the music.
oh,
They got the music
oh
notes.
yeah. You said what? A tick? Wow. Yeah, the ticks are pretty bad. That's why we want to start burning the land to kill off the ticks and stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. It warms up, but yeah, the bugs.
I see. The
The
question said the
bugs?
same. I was happy it got warm. Then I thought about all the bugs. Yeah,
Yeah, the bugs suck.
we're scared of the bugs eating up everything.
Yeah, that's
Mainly the corn. I don't usually plant corn because the bugs.
for a reason. Yeah,
The
bugs
worms.
tear
Usually it's
it
the
up.
worms that just end up. It grows and then the worms they devour it. Which I guess you can spray for them, and we might end up having to do that. But we planted a corn. It's a little more resilient. It's like a grain corn, so it's not sweet corn. So grain corn is already a little more resilient, but this corn, hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. They might still attack it though. We might have to put some neem oil or something.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm hoping we don't have to. I don't know.
They said, have you all discovered any new medicinal or edible plants or trees? Trying to think. Some
Easter
yarrow.
redbud. Oh,
Oh,
we ate the leaves.
yeah, I
Wow.
guess we've
I've
known.
never eaten Easter redbud leaves.
Yeah, we known about that. But the yarrow, those white flowers, they smell good.
Yeah,
The weeds growing up. It's been a lot of yarrow coming up. We're trying to use.
and it's pretty. I like how yarrow looks.
Yeah, it's pretty
the
nice.
white bundle flower.
I'm trying to find mullein, but I don't know. I thought I saw mullein. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. We hadn't really looked too much at
Yeah, I have any.
the stuff coming up, but yeah, we need to learn more about some of the plants that's coming up. Some of them you can tell there's something.
Yeah.
See, Universal Vibes TV said, greetings from the UK. Thanks for the inspiration. And thanks for watching. Appreciate you for watching. He said, Nay, how your stomach doing?
It's better.
See, Miss Born to Praise said, welcome. I guess she's became a harvester. Now we appreciate the support.
Yeah, thank you.
He said, Nay, have you thought about using your vegetable and fruit scraps to make liquid compost?
Yeah, I guess we have thought about it.
Yeah, I thought about it. I want to make like compost tea. And we got a microscope. That was really the original reason why I got it like years ago. And I never did. But we should look at like soil biology and the biology in
Oh
the
yeah, okay.
compost.
Yeah.
And so they said, do the roses grow? Now the roses didn't even. I don't know if they're still gonna sprout up or not, but they're not growing. But yeah, compost tea is something we want to get into making.
Yeah. It would be nice. Then that's less trash too. Recycle.
Yeah, that too. We need to make a big compost pile.
Yeah.
We have a lot of scraps we can use.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, start planting though.
Woo! We have to pick a shaded spot. It's hot.
I guess we could plant next to it.
Yeah. I ain't planting inside the so hot.
Yeah, we got everything everywhere right now.
This is like the shade.
Yeah, the high tunnel actually ain't that bad. It's kind of shady. But yeah, we just haven't put the shade cloth on it. We still gotta put it on. I folded the plastic so it kind of, because there's extra plastic folded on it, it kind of shades it a little bit. It filters out the light. So we're letting some of the humidity out. It's, see the sun beaming. Plastic blowing. Yeah, it makes it easy to walk through. Man, that wind's blowing the plastic up.
Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah, the wind is starting to blow now. And so, kind of open them up. The storm seasons was blowing through. It seems like they're slowing down now, but yeah, we've got to tie up the plastic. We're gonna just leave the tunnels open at this point.
Feels great.
As you said, it's my pleasure to be a harvester. Yeah, we appreciate you for supporting our channel. I see someone said, Zay, have you thought about putting gutters on the roof to catch rainwater? Yeah, we want to eventually. We just haven't gotten to it yet.
Have you put blue?
Uh-uh. So enjoy the rest of your day. I enjoyed as always. Life is calling. Yep. Bye from North Carolina. We appreciate you for watching. Hanging with us live. Renee's about to feed Blue. And so I don't know if we'll actually plant in here or we might just plant outside. You see the calendula. Show these plants over here. The calendula is starting to grow a flower. We hadn't even moved them. They busted through the container and their roots went in the ground. So we'll probably make this a calendula patch over in this area. So this is some amaranth we planted. See Young Fortune said, have you thought about setting up in Bristow at the farmer's market? Kinda, not really. I don't know, it just depends, depending on what we're selling. If we sell the watermelons, maybe. But we'll probably sell a lot of the stuff we'll end up selling in Tulsa. Because people in the country don't usually want to pay as much as the people in the city will. And so we can get a better price for like watermelons and stuff in Tulsa. But yeah, depending on what we have, the stuff we're gonna use to make products and make things with. But the watermelon will be something we sell locally. But I know they do the farm swap meet. We had thought about getting stuff from there before, like some chickens or something. Um, yeah, I guess blue over here. And so yeah, we pulled everything out. This is the row plastic we planted our watermelons in at the rent house when we lived at the rent house. And so we've been saving the plastic. It's been back here. But I don't think we're gonna use it to plant in. We're gonna probably use it for the driveway. I'm trying to think what to do first. I guess we gotta cut some bottles and stuff, or I don't even know. Huh? I don't even know. I almost want to plant it in the ground. So I almost want to just plant them in the ground. I don't know.
That's what I was saying. It's just, to me, it's the weather is nice to where we can.
It's just about to get hot and dry. We're gonna have to water them
Yeah.
until they sprout up and stuff.
Yeah.
But
To me, it's still less of a hassle.
I don't know. We gotta till up the roads and stuff.
Yeah, I guess we should just plant some trees.
It's just gonna be a lot of oak. So, like that. I guess we can plant it in big. I know we got more trucks.
Yeah, I know there's some in the house. And there's some over there.
Yeah. I guess we can put those in. I was gonna put them in the bottles, but the bottles are so tedious. I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
It's got probably like 200 okra seeds. So I got these seeds. They've been soaking in water for a while, in the sun. It's kind of hard to see them, but it's okra seeds. So the okra seeds are pretty tough. So we're gonna try to. This will soften them up and let them absorb. They've been soaking since last night. So I'm gonna take them out and we're gonna plant them, get them to sprout, and then we're gonna probably plant them. We're gonna work on this field up here. This will be where some other things will be. Depending on what we can get, we'll determine exactly what will go up here, but I'd like to expand more watermelons up here eventually. But we would probably need a drip irrigation. And part of that will depend on the well, how much water we can get out the well, and how much rain we get. So we'll see. Right now we're just planting what we can, and we'll see how much water we have. But the okra is pretty drought tolerant. They actually do pretty well in dry conditions. Let me go get some scissors. So we're kind of behind where we wanted to be with planting. Especially something, we planted some watermelons and something ate them up. But yeah, so we planted some more. We wanted to have more watermelons started by now. We're trying to plant some in successions, but yeah, we kind of got behind. Mainly, a lot of our plants got damaged. They got killed in the heat one day. Some of our tomatoes and stuff. But she said, I have to go. Y'all, see you later. Said, do y'all animals help minimize snakes due to ground activity? They might. We don't really see too many snakes. I think with it being open and cleared, the snakes are usually under like debris, the ones we have seen. But
Are you cutting them like half? Or
yeah, and had like the watermelon ones, or like not like I did the ones up there on the yellow thing.
when I loosen the caps, it's easier. How do they give me anything? Might be more of these in some of those bags.
20 to 30 seeds each one.
I know there's some in them. Oh wow, yeah, that's cool.
You gotta put whole water out. Water and the water be sitting in them. So we're cutting the bottles right now. We're gonna plant some okra and different stuff in them. Let's see if I can, how well y'all can see.
I could do it with a knife. Well, the ground is wet,
Which they'll probably sprout kind of quick, hopefully. So hot, the seeds will hopefully sprout within the next few days. We're gonna be in the 90s, and so we'll see. got a lot of water jugs that we recycle. Make containers to start our seeds. So we put holes in them. That's kind of how it is. Put the holes in it for drainage so it doesn't sit with water. You can plant a good amount of seeds usually in here depending on how big they are. So far, we got a good amount of containers. See, Miss Born to Pray said, we're joining you from Seattle, Washington. Your garden is blooming. The soil is very fertile. Said Zay has been attending to her garden. Yeah, we got to get a lot of stuff in the ground. It's coming together, but it's still gonna take some doing to get to the point where it needs to get. But once we get everything established, right now, May is kind of like the establishment period. Once we get all the plants in the ground, get them established, we get a lot of them going, it's gonna get dry. And so right now it's good because the ground is moist, and so we won't have to really irrigate as much as long as we get rain right now. They said, what are we planting in those? We're gonna be planting okra, and most of these will be okra. And so we use the bigger containers for the bigger seeds like watermelon, okra. Some of these will probably be more watermelon. I might plant more watermelon. And then I guess we might use peanuts. We might plant the peanuts in one of them. Which I forgot about the peanuts. Now, the peanuts, we might have to put those here.
Directly in the ground? Yeah, if we soak them and then mud. Yeah.
Which I forgot, the peanuts might be over there anyway. But yeah, the peanuts, we won't do the peanuts yet anyway. The okra, I was literally just gonna let it sprout, and as soon as it sprouts, I want to have the rows already ready. But the okra will probably be up there. Most likely. I gotta see what the soil is like though. It's pretty nice actually. The soil is too nice. I might not put the okra there. I might put something else over there. But it'll be okra. We got red and green okras.
Oh, wow. Oh, dang, the birds. I never seen birds.
See, I should have been soaking the seeds. I know. Soaking some of these, like watermelons, I could have soaked.
It's the heat, too, probably.
I might take it out. So this is what the okra seeds look like. Pretty nice. We let them soak so that when we plant them, they already kind of have a head start. They won't need to be watered as much. It'll speed up the germination process. And so, yeah, they look pretty good. So they've been soaking. I'm gonna let them out the water for now. They've been soaking since last night. Let's see. What's this? So kind of opened them up a little bit so that the seeds can breathe. Let them get some oxygen. So I'm gonna pour the water out of this one too. Nice the seeds ain't too big. So you see, this is hibiscus. It's a roselle hibiscus, which is an annual hibiscus, and so we'll be able to plant this every year, hopefully, if it does well. I got some seeds previously, and then come to find out they weren't really good seeds. They got really bad reviews. Try to show this better. So we've been soaking these hibiscus seeds. It's a roselle hibiscus, so we can use this in our teas. I don't know what you call them, the roselles or the buds from the flowers. They leave a small bud you can use in tea. And hibiscus is really good for the blood. It's good for the heart. So the seeds, you see the roots starting to come out, and so that'll speed up the germination of the seeds. The root already coming out. Hopefully they should sprout within a few days. And that's why we soak them beforehand. So I might plant these in a tray. We got a lot of them, and so I got just 3 small packs, but it's a good amount. So each one we can grow a roselle hibiscus plant, and they like the heat. So we'll put them in the high tunnels. So I'm gonna let those breathe now. The root is coming out. I opened up the top. It's pretty warm. This is why I'm starting the seeds like this today, because it's hot today. And so the combination with the humidity and the heat makes the seeds sprout really fast. See, if I can get this closer. Is it hot in there? I'm shocked you playing in there. You want to bring it out here? They over there in the heat. No, I ain't going in there. This is lemongrass we got from the store, and then we got some rosemary. So we bought these 2 plants because they take so long to establish. But we're gonna separate them and divide them into multiple plants. So yeah, I wish there was a way I could look at the chat. I guess I could look at the chat on the computer. But yeah, I see Big Mo. He said, nice, new to the channel. Subscribed and like. You grow mostly all your own food. We're trying to. This will be our first year really growing our own food. But we're trying to grow as much as we can because the food is so bad in the stores and it's not cheap either. So we're trying to grow our own food this year. That's why we're planting a variety of different things, like things we can eat for greens, things like okra, watermelon. But it'll take a while before we can like be fully sustainable. I was gonna put that in the trays. In a tray. Which I guess is good. But let's see. Yeah, trying to learn too. Said I grew to eat okra right off the tree. It became so addicted to me. I didn't have any for my gumbo. Actually, I hadn't really liked okra like that. That's why it's funny we're planting it, but I do like okra, but it just didn't really. I used to grow it at our college in Langston. We used to harvest a lot of it.
Yeah, I like
And but yeah, okra is good, really good fried. I used to cook it sometimes. I used to eat it sometimes, but I'm trying to grow it more because it grows. It produces so much, and it continuously produces. Plus, I just got to cook it different ways. The main thing I don't like the slimy texture.
Yeah, that's what
But I guess that's why it's good with, they say, jambalaya, gumbo, stuff like that. Somebody said he mainly eats okra with jambalaya. Somebody said Florida cranberry. Lisa said, good day, farmers, A&A. Thank you for the tutorial of your garden today. It's a beautiful thing, what you're doing, and I enjoy learning from the both of you. Appreciate you for watching. Appreciate the support. Everybody's been supportive of what we're doing. It's been a lot of people hating on us. A lot of people telling us we can't do what we're doing. Stop doing what you're doing. Don't buy that land. Don't do this. Don't do that. You can't do this. No, you can't. You can't. And it does get annoying because we're doing. People always try to say what you can't do, but we appreciate everybody who is supportive, who's not hating on us.
Yeah, we appreciate it, guys.
We're doing it too to show people that it's possible. No matter what people say, it's always possible. Just because they can't do it doesn't mean we can't do it.
Yeah.
Y'all can't do it, I can.
Are you grabbing the people? Get a tray.
But yeah, people will try to say you can't do stuff. That's what the first thing people told me was what I can't do. And now they're just watching in awe, shocked, because I did it already. But I sprained my wrist riding Coco with no reins and fell off of her, landed on my hand. So it's been harder, but it's healing. I've been kind of working it a little bit each day. I've been resting it, and it's healing pretty fast. I use our salve. We have some muscle and joint relief salve. It's the perfect time to put in our ad. You go to shophumbleharvest.com. Now, but that's what I've been using. That and ice, and then resting it and just kind of flexing it a little bit. And so my wrist has been a lot better. I was scared it was broken that day. I fell on it. Coco running. But yeah, our salve helped a lot. The ice helps a lot, and then just kind of doing exercises, gentle exercises. But I had to get all the stuff we planted, everything we've been planting, everything we've been tilling. I've been doing that with a sprained wrist, so it was bad timing because we had to get it done with the rain. He said, I learned to get past the slime, but okra and squash is good. Yeah, I got to get past it. I just got to eat it because it's actually not bad, especially fried and stuff like that. But yeah, I got to get used to it. So I'm proud of my young peeps doing the dang thing, togetherness. Oh yeah, and anybody get some water from the pond. I guess I'll bring this over. Follow Nate. Nate working hard. But no, I said I'm proud of my young peeps doing the dang thing, togetherness. Blue in the shade.
Yeah, blue is hot.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna do nothing. But yeah, so this is where we've been getting water. We try not to we use water from the house over there when we're using the hose. But when we're using the hose is connected to our main water system. But this is nice because we can just fill up, especially when we're watering over here, it's really close to the crops.
Yeah, this is so high up, I wasn't able to do it before. Well,
Yeah.
I had to go deeper down. This was crazy.
And it
does it when we're at a peak. So
I don't know why it does. It's so annoying.
it always does it when we have a lot of people.
Yeah, whenever the live starts building up, I don't know why. Hopefully y'all can hear me. The live cut out. So I don't know why when live is going for a while it just messes up. I'm not sure. It still seems like it's messing up, but I don't know. It might be working now. But that's annoying. I don't know why live will just do that. It just messes up, mainly after it's been going for a while. But yeah, we got 45 people. Let's see. See the chat. Yeah, Lisa said, jealousy is an ugly face, voice, but we don't live in the dark, we live in the light. So at least they're looking towards your light. Exactly. She said, is okra a good to feed for your animals? I'm not sure. It might be. I have to look into it. Yeah, I bet the sheep might eat it. I don't know if Coco eat it. Nah, it might be good for them though. It could be a dewormer, I'm not sure. But yeah, blue don't really do too much when it's hot like this in the day. But yeah, the pond is filling up. Yeah, I don't know why I was going in and out. I see we got 78 people back. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
Thanks for coming back. If you got disconnected, I don't know why the live will just randomly drop. I don't know. But said people laugh at me. I live in the country, got my garden going. I had goats, but had to give them up. Couldn't handle them alone. Yeah, it's a lot dealing with the animals. Dealing with them, they get on my nerves so much.
I wouldn't be able to do it on my own.
Yeah, they're sheep. They get on my
Especially
nerves.
with Abram, he got my hands, my left
Yeah.
hand. My thumb still hurts.
They be so annoying. You be ready to go somewhere, and then they get out the fence, and they ate the neighbors. They've been eating the neighbor's garden.
Yeah.
So we had to lock them up.
They're gonna eat our garden.
Yeah, we had to lock them. They were gonna eat up our garden. So But it was about time to lock them up anyway. We were letting them roam in the spring while everything was still kind of blooming. The grass and stuff hadn't really it still hasn't really just fully boosted. This rain will get the grass growing. But they're grazing now on a different part of the property. But let's see. He said, I highly suggest you guys get bulk mosquito dunks for all your water storage to avoid having a mosquito infestation. Yeah, we'll have to see what those are. I've never heard of a mosquito dunk. But we usually put hydrogen peroxide in like our water tanks. And the pond, we'll see how long it stays full of water. It's gonna fluctuate, so I don't think mosquitoes will have enough time. They usually are in like stagnant water. So the water, it moves as it rains, and it'll fluctuate. When it evaporates, it'll get low and kind of go up. But the canoe for sure is a stagnant thing. So we try to put hydrogen peroxide in it, but mosquitoes can get in that. Yeah, so that's funny. You have to watch out for Cocos. A and A have to watch out for Abermelluel. They're out there to keep you on your toes. Yeah. Even now, I'm pretty sure they're all right now, but it's crazy having the sheep on the other side of the property, because they're so far away right now.
Yeah.
They're usually near us. We usually somewhat see them.
Yeah.
So we can't really hear them or see them no more. So it's crazy.
It's kind of nice though.
But yeah, it's nice. It's been quiet.
They've been so bad.
But he said, get closer. He said, so when are you gonna introduce your little minnow fish? We'll see. Right now we're just gonna use it to irrigate, and then if it makes it throughout the whole year without going dry, which it'll probably go dry in the summertime, mostly because of evaporation. Well, I mean, that's all the red one.
Yeah. This will be the last red one. Actually, no, this is not. This fits.
But yeah, we'll see. I gotta see how the pond really is gonna function. I want to plant like some plants around it, just give it some vegetation. And then I'm trying to let the dam isn't gonna be so high up. It's gonna be lower, more flat, so that the animals can go on it. But if we did add fish to it, it'd be probably next year at the soonest.
Be cool.
But that's if it would hold water. It'll probably evaporate.
Yeah.
We would have to raise fish probably in something else, unless we put like a shade cover over it, maybe. I don't know, but it'll depend on the rain and stuff. If we can keep it full, then I'll think about putting fish in it, but I'm not sure yet if we'd be able to do it. Yeah, I don't know why the live is just glitching, man. Now they're saying there's no sound.
Dang. I don't know if it's the heat too.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes technology.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear me. It could be the heat. I don't know. Try to put my phone in the shade. Blow this up. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't know why the live's just messing up. Oh, it says sound is great. He said yes, we can hear you. But yeah, the minnows would be good for the mosquitoes. If we can get it to hold enough water in there, I'd want to put the minnows in there first, and then eventually add some bluegill, so they can kind of sustain themselves. But we'll see. The pond will most likely dry up because we're going to be using it to irrigate, and then it's a small pond, so it'll probably evaporate. The cedar tree kind of shades it, but it'll still probably evaporate. So okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't know why the sound is just the live is messing up. So I don't know. We'll see. Lisa said you guys are doing such a great job. I'm telling you, I'm proud of you too. Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
BB said I can hear. Oh, they said they had to restart the app. Sound is good. Yeah, they said they can hear. I don't know why it's messing up.
Yeah, that's.
Or it might have been messing up.
It
Yeah,
could
I'm a
be
plant.
the heat, and then it's just been on.
But yeah, I think my phone might be getting hot, and then the live's been going for a while.
I don't know why it just can't handle it.
Said, do you have any minnows in your river dam downstream? I didn't see because I was thinking, I didn't know if they were minnows, but then I was thinking one day, I was like, I wonder if those were tadpoles that we saw in that creek.
Yeah, I have no idea, honestly.
But I don't think it was because they look like little minnows.
Yeah, they look like fish.
From what I remember, I haven't been over there in a long time, but
I have no idea. Though.
now they did look like little minnows. I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah.
But I didn't really think about that. We might could move some, see what happens. If I can catch some of them.
Yeah.
We used to have a net at one point in time. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I still say Judah, but daughter of the Most High. Said, hey family. B said, this is the most unique YouTube channel currently. We try to be unique, and well, we don't really try. It's just kind of how we are. But
Yeah, we try to show the real deal.
yeah, we show the real deal out here.
So you get a real feel.
Yeah.
Off grid.
But and plus, this is how this is how we want to live. So it's just
Yeah,
it's just how we want to live. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. I mean, I always wanted to live like this, but it's just hard getting to this point. But yeah, it just becomes interesting because we're doing a lot of different things, and it's a lot of things that a lot of people haven't really seen before because I try not to do things in the typical or traditional way. A lot of people will do things. Yeah, she said DoorDash said absolutely unique. I said it's all good, fine with me. Daughter of the Most High. Ella said, hey Zay and A, I see you caught us on a live. Said you're such a young couple, to see the beginning of y'all journey is such a joy. Yeah. That's why I try to work so hard to get stuff built, because the more you do, the more you put in, the more you sow, the more you're gonna reap. And so I gotta plant this. Hibiscus.
Yeah. I've been mixing the pea moss with that. Cause it's like, it's thick.
Yeah, that's just because it's way on the line. It's
Like-
all like this.
But yeah.
So that's what happens on this stuff. It just turns to clay. So I was saying, you put it on the bottom though, it's probably good, right?
I did. But it's like mixed. Yeah. I added some pea moss with this. I just don't want it to be too big. Like watermelon. That's why I barely even mixed. But yeah.
The bottom shouldn't matter too much. Mainly, I was gonna put the peat moss mostly at the top. Mainly, it needed to get up through the top. The bottom, that was local.
But I got a good consistency. Damn.
I don't know what got we could put more sugar in it.
Go to the store soon. That's called Livingston spineless.
Langston spineless.
Yeah, that's the okra.
Supposedly that's one of the best ones for like eating stuff. They're not as fibery.
Oh.
The ones at Langston would be all, it'll be fibers and stuff. I don't know if theirs was like this or not, but this one supposedly isn't. It has fibers to some of them. The other one was the red one.
Yeah. I'm like very curious to see what red look like. I've never seen red okra. Oh, there's bugs crawling.
But I see, says Zayne, I'm 81 and I still try to garden a little every day. So don't listen to those that say you can't do it. Yes, you can if you put your mind to it. It's hard work, but so worth it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's worth it. I mean,
It's so rewarding when you harvest.
yeah, when you harvest it, all your hard work is in that fruit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be there if you didn't plant the seed, if you didn't water it, you didn't fertilize it.
And it's cool seeing it grow from the seed. I think that died. It was on 2 bars.
Yeah. What if I bring a charger?
We lost the music.
Dang.
It died, our speaker that we were using. I don't know if the laptop is still. We could play it from the laptop. It won't be as loud.
I was gonna try to bring the charger. Laptop probably does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the laptop could have died. The speaker died. I don't know how long.
The laptop died. Speaker looked like the laptop died.
Oh dang. The laptop does not hold a good charge.
So I'm shocked it went this long, really.
Here, wait. After I water this, I'll just get my phone. If that's still his phone.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put this on the charger though.
I don't know where to.
But yeah, people always tell you what you can't do because they can't do it. But it's coming together. Trying to get stuff planted.
Yeah, this is the tedious part.
Let me see. But yeah, it's definitely hard work. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
But faith without works is dead. So
Yeah.
we got to have faith that the seeds we plant, that we'll have water.
Yeah.
We can't guarantee that it's going to rain. We can't guarantee that the conditions, the climate is going to be good enough. We just have to have faith and plant the seeds and put in the work. And then God will do the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely work planting. I see trying to learn too. Sent $25. Said you two are awesome. Keep pressing on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you
Yeah.
for the support. Someone said thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, we appreciate y'all's support, man. Everybody hitting the like button. I see somebody said, is hibiscus hard to grow? Supposedly it's not that hard. They like the warmth. So now that it's warm, they should do okay. But I've never planted hibiscus. This will be my first time growing it. And so I think the hard part is, it's really not hard, but just getting the seeds to sprout can take a little while. Sometimes that's why we soak the seeds. So I soaked the seeds and they look like they're already starting to sprout though.
Yeah. The seeds I just planted,
I couldn't tell if they already had these white.
they were sprouting.
But yeah, the okra, yeah, it looked like those were.
Yeah, I saw little roots.
And so you see that the temperature right now, the low is in the 70s and the high is in the almost 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's pretty warm. The warmer it is, as long as it's not too hot, anything over like 90 is really probably too much. But for the warm season seeds like hibiscus, okra, watermelon, squash, cucumber, stuff like that, they germinate pretty fast when it's warm. And so I soaked these overnight. I put them in this water overnight. Also, if you use tap water, you might have more issues. We're using the water from the creek and from the ponds and stuff, so I think that's helpful. If you use tap water, there is chlorine and fluoride and stuff like that in the water. usually, that will kind of stunt them, or it can stunt them. So you might use bottled water, like spring water, bottled spring water. But you can see the root, trying to get to focus, but the roots are already sticking out of these plants. And so just from them soaking overnight, but that's because this morning I put them in the sun in these bottles. I put the bottle in the sun and let it, when the sun hits the water and it gets really warm, it's like a heating pad almost. And so they just sprout really fast. But I soak them so that when we plant them, they'll sprout up fast. The same with the seeds I plant in the ground outside. I'll soak those too. Like a lot of the sorghum I soaked before I planted them. A lot of it's coming up now. But it helps when you're dependent on the rain. It helps starting the seeds this way because we can get them to have a head start, because sometimes it might not rain and then the ground can dry out and it takes longer when they're dry for them to sprout. Let's see. Looking at the chat. Yeah, Lisa said, hallelujah, amen. You shall sow while you are young, for you are young, for in your elder days you should reap your harvest. Yeah, we hope so. It's putting in the work now, so hopefully it'll be nice. The high today is 88 degrees. Tomorrow is like 93, and then after that it's like 95 or 94. There's gonna be 3 days that's gonna be in the mid 90s. And the next 3 days. Today the high is 88. It's probably what time is it? Damn, I didn't realize it's 5 o'clock.
A bug just went into my eye.
So it's probably about 88 right now. But yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. Yeah, said yep, I told my children you gotta want it. They still don't understand. Yeah. You gotta really want it. It's hard. The hardest part is getting to this point. Getting to this point was pretty tough. Because everybody's doubting you, saying you can't do it, and then everything is against you. But through the power of the Most High, we defy all odds. And so Ella Fitz said, "You have see everything we've done has been like the foundation to make things easier. That's why we're doing the things we're doing. Like we weren't really focused on the aesthetics. We're focused on more of the function of doing things. Like the driveway might not be the prettiest, but it's easy to get through the driveway now. And when it rains, the driveway drains. It doesn't flood. And so stuff like that, the drainage trenches don't look pretty, but it keeps areas from flooding. It helps the grass grow, and it keeps it from being so wet and muddy. And so everything we've been doing, the reservoir, the pond, all of that stuff had a specific purpose, because we knew we needed to keep developing. We needed to build up our infrastructure so that we can grow stuff, because it's still a business. It's still a farm, and we need to be able to produce. And it takes a lot of water. It takes a lot of effort. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely makes life a lot easier. The high tunnels especially. It's really ain't even what we're supposed to be using it for technically, but I won't get into that too much, depending on who may be watching. But technically we need to have things planted in here. This is not necessarily supposed to be for storage, but it's just how it is. It's just how it is. So for us to build a shed or a barn or a structure big enough to hold everything that we have, it just wouldn't be feasible. At least not right now. So we do what we can, and we work with what we got. A lot of people got a problem with that. And they said it's peaceful in your own garden. Yeah, it's real peaceful out here. Especially with the music. We don't usually play music because it's just, I don't know why we never really thought to play YouTube audio library while we're working. But yeah, Martica said.
Today's idea, guys.
Yeah, and they trying to fight me.
I just like the nature sounds.
I was like, people be getting bored without the music. The music helps. It makes it kind of like a video now, like our videos.
Yeah.
Um, but let's see. Oh yeah, Marcus said I grow tomatoes, onions, peppers, ginger, and okra on my porch in containers. Said yes, we can exactly. You can
Yes.
do you can make do with whatever you have and grow what you want. If you really
Exactly.
are dedicated, you can do stuff. People grow stuff vertically.
Yeah.
People grow stuff not even in soil.
People grow stuff on their balcony.
I've seen people grow stuff. I mean, in just all kind of stuff. But
Anywhere.
yeah,
Apartment, house, townhouse, whatever.
yeah,
You can grow stuff anywhere. We grew stuff in an apartment. Well, we started seedlings.
yeah. We started the seedlings in the apartment. That was in Lawton.
Yeah.
We grew a lot of watermelon in Lawton. But Project Y'all's Garden said I like how y'all got the music on the live. Yeah, I had to fight Nate for that. She tried to get the laptop. No, I was kidding.
Oh, whatever.
But yeah, I want to put live music on it because the live does a lot better with music. The last one we did with music.
Yeah, I guess you guys like the music, so
Yeah.
we'll keep the music.
Gina Armstrong said hello, Zay and A. Ah, bug land on my neck.
Yeah, there's so many bugs.
So that's the worst part. Somebody asked the worst part about living off grid out here is the bugs.
Bugs.
The bugs, really.
And they're all year round until it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
Because in the fall, it was a bunch of ladybugs.
Yeah, it was crazy. Which would be nice because they might could
And
help
moths.
us. They might could help us with if we have pests.
Yeah, it's cold.
Um, but yes, Ella said gardening is relaxing. It can take a few times to get the results you want, but every year you get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a learning curve, learning experience, especially with we're planting new stuff. So, like the amaranth is gonna be really cool. I'm excited for that.
Me
This
too.
amaranth right here. And so we need to get these out. I got to do the rows up. This is gonna be a separate field up here. But these will be our greens. These are like a green that you can see. This one's already kind of growing leaves on it. But these will be greens that we can eat throughout the summertime. They like the heat.
Yeah,
And they're
like lettuce.
yeah, it's kind of like lettuce. Well, not really lettuce, but it's more like
Spinach.
yeah, spinach. We'll be able to cook it and stuff. And so we'll be able to use it as a green we can eat throughout the summer because most greens are cool season. They grow in like the fall and spring. But these like the heat. They're kind of more drought tolerant. So we try to choose plants that are more resilient, that can handle drier conditions because we're off grid. So we don't have unlimited water and we're really dependent on the rain mostly. Um,
Oh,
and so, but I'm excited for this because it's gonna be really cool planting it. We got to get it out in the rows. You can already see them leafing out. Some will start directly from seed in the rows, but that's something new we've never grew before. So we'll see how it turns out. And it's a learning curve, knowing how to space and how to fertilize all these different types of plants. You said keep the negative noise out and continue with your blessed, positive, beautiful lives. Appreciate it, Jane. You said miss you guys as I was traveling again. We appreciate everybody for joining us. Gina said my grandson Kingsley said hello. He said he loves y'all so much. Yeah, hey Kingsley. So Ella, he thinks y'all need to go live every day. I be trying to sometimes, but
no.
no, it'd be hard. Especially when we had to do stuff.
Because we're not always doing stuff.
Yeah, it's hard like keeping it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just doing stuff and I might not really talk to live, or I might just be trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, or we're too far away.
Yeah, a lot of times when I'm far on the.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can only go live around the house.
Yeah.
It would be really cool if I go live in the forest and show stuff out there.
It'd be cool if we could go live in the cedar tree area.
Yeah, the cedar area where the sheep are at right now. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
So who knows? We might be able to set it up if we get in a little extension thing to expand our Wi-Fi, but I don't know
Yeah, because
how
I
well
just
that'll
don't
work.
know how that works with all the trees.
Yeah. No, I be wanting to go live every day sometimes. Cause I'm like, man, because I mean, we be doing stuff every day. So much that's not.
We try to record it and make videos, but it's hard to make the videos because we just barely have time.
Yeah, and that's why I like going live because it's such a hassle
And it gives
making
you an
videos.
update too.
Like Nate mostly makes the videos. I haven't made a video in so long. Usually when it's a voiceover, that's a video that I made, more cinematic type voiceover video. In the beginning I used to make more videos. I just hadn't had time, but I want to start making more. But it's just hard making time. The videos it's a process.
Yeah.
But I just go live because I'm like, man, forget it. I'm not gonna record a lot of the stuff that we're doing on a daily basis.
It gets repetitive too, so that's the reason I don't record it either.
Yeah, I don't record the repetitive stuff. Did you label them?
No, but I know where they're at.
Are those
I can
the?
label at least one of them.
Yeah.
Get a Sharpie. I don't know where those things are.
I don't know. Use the label. Let me flip it. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, said, are you selling any sheep? We're gonna sell the lambs. We still hadn't. I posted them, and some people were asking about them. I need to focus on selling them more. We're gonna sell the males, the rams. We're gonna keep the females. But yeah, we need to sell them soon. We're probably gonna sell them on Facebook. Let's see. I need to post them more. He said, I bet y'all have some native fruit trees and herb trees whenever y'all tour the whole property. Yeah, we got some fruits, some pears. There's a lot of plums, native plums. There's a lot of blackberries everywhere. It's too much blackberries because they have thorns. And then we got sumac trees. We actually sell our sumac trees, so we can sell them bare roots. The sumac trees, they grow from the roots. They grow from like a rhizome, and so they can resprout from the root. We sell the bare roots online. We can ship them, and we also sell the tree itself. It's a bare root stem, so it's gonna be like a trimmed tree with the roots, and you plant it, and it'll grow from that root. But the one tree or just a few trees can grow into a bunch of trees. So that's on our website. If you go to shophumbleharvest.com, we sell those trees there. We also sell the blackberry that can sprout from the mainly the trees that do better from bare roots. But the sumac is really resilient. It grows very well, but it produces sumac berries, which is it's a sour, tangy berry. It's kind of like it tastes kind of like lemon, but it's used a lot in spice. Let's see.
Just gotta remember where we put them. Yeah, it's getting the season.
In there.
I took stuff out. Let's see.
was to
I tried to keep them in the seeds.
like you said, I'm from DC, East Coast. I was able to grow, and I had fun in Virginia growing, but now I'm in Arizona, and everything I try to grow ends up and die. Haven't gotten it yet. We keep trying. Yeah, it's tough in the dry areas. The climate is just the is the main thing. The what's the word? Just the climate, I guess. It's just the like the biome, but if you could find a way to add humidity, mainly it would take a lot of water, but it's just tough when it's not as much water out there. But if you could create some kind of a zone, like maybe a shade cover over it, and somehow if you could keep it real moist and to where it kind of holds humidity, you might could grow something. That's just me guessing, really. Or focus on more like heat plants that can handle the heat, like amaranth. That's the greens we're growing over there. Is the amaranth. It's I think they grow it a lot in Africa, in a lot of Asian countries, places where it's real hot and humid. Sorghum is another one, especially Sudan, sorghum Sudan, some kind of a hybrid, or there's different types of plants that can handle the heat depending on what you might want. But yeah, some of them are just tough. So you say, love you guys from East Texas. Yeah, but it's pretty green over there.
Yeah.
Gina with the LOL cracking up. Lisa said, so am I seeing rocks laid out in your fields, or is that plastic ticket direct the water? You said, can you explain what we see in the background? This is this stuff we were moving. I'm gonna put the animal pen over here. And so this is what we grew our watermelons in. If you saw when we lived at the rent house, we grew a bunch of watermelons. It's a plastic mulch fabric. And so we grew the watermelons in this. So I thought about using it, but I don't think I'm gonna use it because it's supposed to be woven so that the rain can go through it, but the rain doesn't really go through it. So I don't really want to use it out here because it would be nice for the crops to be able to get the rain. But I'm thinking about using it for the driveway. I pulled it all out because I'm gonna move everything, and I was kind of looking at it to see how long it was. It's a lot longer than I thought it was, but we're probably gonna use it for the driveway to create a 2-track driveway. It's more cost-effective driveway. I like how those look. Yeah. And so we'll probably use that. It's like a 2-track where you ride it. I mean, it's just like literally 2 lanes of gravel, and then the rest could be grass. But we'll put the woven fabric underneath it, just to help the water run off. It would work good for crops if we had irrigation underneath it, but since the water doesn't go through it, it's gonna kind of block water from our crops. But yeah, we just got everything laid out right now. So what happened to the dried sumac? Did you turn it to powder? I don't think what we did with the sumac. I think we made tea with it. The sumac. Some of the sumac we made powder. I mean, we made tea with it. I ate some, but we got sorghum though. The sorghum. You might be thinking of the sorghum. Which actually, I'm gonna grab the seeds. So it actually reminded me of this is some more sorghum seed I pulled out. I had to get some more. We planted all the other ones, but we got a lot more. It just takes a few heads, and you can do a lot of rows. You can plant a lot. This is hundreds of seed. Let's see. But yeah, the sumac. We want to try it. We haven't cooked with it, but we made tea. We really like the tea because it's kind of like lemon. We usually put lemon in our tea. Said I have persimmons, grapes, beauty berries, and chestnut trees. I haven't walked thoroughly through my property yet. Yeah, the persimmons grow crazy. We definitely want to get some grapes. Grapes would be really nice. Or the muscadines. And I don't know if I've even really seen a chestnut. I'm trying to think, do those grow up north? And beauty berries. I never heard of beauty berries. We want to plant more different stuff. We planted like 50 mulberry trees out here, so hopefully in the next few years they'll be pretty well established. Those will be trees that the sheep can graze. The leaves have a lot of nutrition. Yeah, Lisa said okay, thank you, fantastic. Della said, OMG, what's up with the whale you found? Yeah, the whale, so I explained that earlier. The whale is I'm pretty sure it's a shallow well. We'll have to figure out the water is usable, if it's good quality water, and how much water is in there. And we want to use a shallow pump and pretty much develop it, but we'll just have to figure out as we go. The first thing we have to do is see how deep it is, and then I hadn't really messed with it yet. It's kind of random. I want to get this stuff planted and get the plants established first, and then I need to set up a pumping system so we can irrigate all our crops before it gets too hot. And we're going to do that with a little mobile cart so that we can hook up to our tanks and to our irrigation ponds. But once we get that set up, I'm gonna take a better look at the well, and hopefully by that point it'll be dry. And if it's dry, we'll see if it's still holding water. And so if it holds water in the driest part of the year, we'll know it's a pretty good water source in there. But we got to pump out the water. We got to see how deep the well is, pump the water out, and see if the water quality is good. And then we got to see how long it takes for the well to recharge, to refill back up. And depending on all that, we may be able to use it to irrigate directly to the house, pump water to the house, or use it for our crops, or it could be just a secondary or backup, or it could be our primary water source, especially in the summer as the creek will start to go dry, our ponds will start to go dry. The well may be the main thing, if not the only thing we'll have. We'll probably use our electric well pump starting out, but we really want to have a shallow hand pump, manual pump we can pump so that we're not dependent on electricity and stuff like that. But we'll see. It all depends on how deep the well is will determine what kind of pump we need. And the pump we use will determine how much power we use. And the power will determine if we use a solar or battery or what kind of setup, what kind of size piping we're gonna run from the well to the house. And if it's upslope, which I think it's upslope from the house, we won't need as much power to pump it downslope than we will if we're pumping up. So I gotta see at the elevation. I'm pretty sure the elevation drops towards the house. But Lisa said, so Nay, have you weaned Kaya from you now? She said, is she out with the rest of the sheep?
Yeah, Kaya, now she's turning almost wild. She still comes up to me, but she likes to be with the herd now.
Yeah, she likes to be with them.
Yeah. But
She
yeah,
don't look the same either. We're gonna show what she look like. She don't look the same.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's not like black anymore. She's like cocoa brown, and her legs are still black. But she's more brown looking now, and
Yeah.
fluffy, kind of. She's like fluffier.
Yeah, she's fluffy and she's brown. She's almost Abrams color.
Yeah,
But her head and legs are black.
yeah.
With
She's
her-
still got the white patch. on
Yeah, the
her
white
head.
patch on her head. Her whole body's turning brown though.
Yeah. It's
So she
pretty
gonna look
cool. It's a
different
nice,
next
she has
time.
a nice pattern.
She's getting big too. She's big.
Yeah.
You said if you had wild oranges, now that'd be nice.
Yeah, wild oranges sounds good.
There's a tree called Osage orange that grows in Oklahoma, and it's kind of invasive. They look cool, but they're not edible. But they say it's like a snake repellent. I think maybe insect repellent. But they said I'd use sorghum in a flower arrangement. Yeah, sorghum is really nice. It's really nice, like kind of like a symbol. We might use it as kind of like our symbol of one of our staple crops.
Yeah, I love how it looks.
Yeah, I love how it looks. It looks really nice, especially when it's growing and you see a field of it. They're all like orange and red.
You harvest it in the fall, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It says like fall colors.
Yeah, pretty much fall colors, September, maybe October.
Yeah.
When we harvest the grains. Some of them we're gonna harvest the canes. It's gonna be kind of like sugar cane. And so if we grow enough of it, we'll be able to harvest the canes for the sap, which is a lot of sugar. People make sorghum syrup, which is pretty much like molasses. But yeah, I really like the grain. It looks cool.
You can make like
the birds like it.
Kind of too.
Yeah.
With that. And you can make popcorn.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can pop it just like popcorn. You like popcorn seeds? You can make. We haven't even tried it, but
I want to try the cream of wheat and the popcorn.
maybe we'll cook some, roast some over the fire.
You could juice it too.
God dang, it's saying rain pot likely this evening.
Shoot, that's good.
I don't know. Is it still gonna rain now? But
It's good if it does, cause everything.
But yeah, the whale is gonna be really cool. I hadn't had time to deal with it, but it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it because it's with the rain, it's filled up. So we'll see. I wish I was able to check on it when it got dry last year. At the driest point, probably in like August.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if it's still water in there. But we'll try to see if we can pump the water out pretty soon. We'll keep y'all posted. It didn't smell bad though. I smelled in there. It smelled like just earthy. But we'll see. It could be stuff in there. It could be something in there. We'll see. But I think it's gonna be pretty good. Let's see. He said, "Why didn't y'all grow in the dirt under your high tunnel like a greenhouse?" We will eventually. We just hadn't been able to get everything planted. So a lot of this stuff will go outside, but like the herbs, we're gonna plant in the ground. Mainly the basil. We've been waiting for the warm season because the high tunnels will still get cold at night. So we were having a.
Use it for the seedlings right now.
But yeah, we're using it for the seedlings now. But the stuff we're gonna put in the ground, we didn't want to put in the ground yet because at nighttime the tunnels were getting cold, and now that it's warmed up, we just hadn't put them in the ground yet. Some of them made their way into the ground already. He said, "I love you guys. Hoping only best for you. I love my products that I purchased from Humble Harvest Homestead. We appreciate you for supporting our business.
Yeah.
I'm glad you loved it. We're glad you liked it." But she said, Lisa said, so she's still gonna be your lead lamb, right? Yeah, she still comes up. She'd be one of the first ones coming up.
She still comes up to me.
Yeah, especially Danae. She's funny.
Yeah.
But it's nice because she's still used to us. So like you can still pet her and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the other sheep, you can't really touch them usually.
Yeah.
But it's nice, Kaya. She'll come up to us and yeah, we'll see if she'll lead them when we're moving them around and stuff. Let's see. I gotta go out the chat. You said Kaya's so cute. She was like a puppy, loving the attention. Yeah, she's. It's weird. She's like a little pet almost, but she technically ain't a pet. But Lisa said, "I'm so excited about your channel because you have truly introduced the native plants to the world again, and it's just so normal the way you talk about them. Thank you." Yeah, a lot of people are like, they don't think about it like this. Everybody talks about, oh, there's no more ladybugs, there's no more butterflies, there's no more beneficial insects, and it's because there's no more native vegetation. And yeah, the speaker's about to die, but we need to get the charger. But it's because there's no more native vegetation. The way people manage the land, they're destroying the native vegetation, which destroys anything native. It destroys the native people who are dependent on the native vegetation. It destroys the native buffalo who are dependent on the vegetation. and then it destroys the insects which are dependent on it. Like monarch butterflies, they come out here. A lot of people, yeah, the environment. A lot of people complain about, oh, you got weeds growing, not knowing that these are milkweeds growing. The only plant that a monarch butterfly can lay its eggs on is milkweed. And so when you kill it, a lot of farmers out here, they'll spray chemicals on it, and they're destroying their own land for one, but it destroys the habitat for the monarch butterflies. They have nowhere to lay their eggs. So it just kills them. When the milkweed is not really causing any issues. It's a nice, beautiful flower. I don't even get why people kill it off. The same with dandelions. Dandelions is a medicinal weed. It's not even a weed, it's just a flower. But
I saw a study. They said like I don't know if you eat it, it can kill cancer cells. Dandelion, or it's like dandelion root.
Yeah, dandelion is really good. The same as all these weeds. There's
Very
weeds
medicinal.
growing out. I mean, I can show y'all right over here. We have a lot of these growing. This is yarrow, and people are, oh, cut those weeds down. You got to cut them down. But this is a medicinal plant, like it's a native plant. It's benefiting the soil. The same as this over here, which is bitter sneezeweed, a native plant. It attracts beneficial insects, and it helps with pests on our crops. So I'm not gonna cut it down. One thing I will cut is the ragweed, just because we have so much ragweed, and it can cover up everything. You gotta manage it, but don't eradicate it. Don't spray chemicals on it. The ragweed is still good for like quail and chickens. They grow seeds. If you were to let this ragweed grow, your chickens could eat the seed, and you probably wouldn't have to feed them in the fall. In the wintertime, that's what quail survive off of. And this is milkweed. Let me see if there's one blooming. I don't think so. But these milkweeds are gonna start blooming, and in the summer, as the monarchs, you see this one's starting to bloom. In the summertime, coming pretty soon, I think around June, July, the monarch butterflies, they lay their eggs on these leaves. You'll see the eggs on the underside of the leaves. And the monarch butterflies are beneficial. They're nice. I don't know who don't like butterflies, but a lot of people will spray these. You see it's an insect on it right there. But all this helps manage the ecosystem. People wonder why their crop fields have more pest pressure. They wonder why their stuff's getting ate up. It's because there's no beneficial insects. They destroy the environment for the beneficials, and they create a prime habitat for pests like worms and bad insects. So you hear the frogs in the water. The frogs help. They add fertility to the ground with their manure. Frog manure is some of the best manure you can have. Let's see if we can find them. And so the frogs really like the pond. They really like the moist areas. It's cooler into a house. Turtles will go under there. But you see they got quiet now. But with all the little water holes and different things, even if they go dry, it's like a wetland. So it holds the nutrients so it's not running off into the creek, but then it also creates a habitat for beneficial stuff. The birds use it, the frogs use it, the turtles use it, and they help benefit our crops. But yeah, so anyway, no, I'm gonna get these seeds. Separating the sorghum from the stalks. So this is all grain we harvested last year just from that little patch. You just take a few grains or a few seed heads, and it's enough to grow. I mean, you could literally feed your family off this. You can make flour and make bread. You can make popcorn out of them.
Cream of wheat.
You can make cream of wheat like malto meal. You can juice the stalks. You can save the stalks, make sugar. And so we got a bin full of it. We'll probably cook whatever we don't plant. We can cook. We can feed our animals with it. So you see, we got this is our grain bin. that's how much we got left from what we harvested. And it only takes a few seed heads to really grow a big old field. So we're gonna plant almost probably about an acre of it. By the time we're done planting all the sorghum we're gonna plant, probably be at least an acre, maybe 2 acres, depending on how much I can get done and how much rain we get. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, this is it's gonna be one of our staple crops. We'll probably grow every year because it did so well without us watering it at all last year. And so
I don't think we watered it one time.
yeah, we didn't water this one time. We didn't even till up the ground. We just threw it. We threw it in the animal pen, so it was a lot of manure.
Yeah.
We
And
threw it.
The ground was soft.
Yeah, the ground was soft because the sheep had been in there, and so that's kind of the way we want to start planting. Is just pin the animals up in an area, let them graze it down, and then just scatter the seed over it, and you wouldn't even have to till it. They fertilized it, they tilled it for you. But we threw the seed in there, and we were able to get this harvest off of it just from not doing anything but throwing seed literally on the ground. So I'm hoping this year we get a whole lot more. But one of the main things I really want to use this for is to feed some chickens. We don't have chickens, but we want to get chickens again at some point. But I don't want to have to buy chicken feed because that's whack. Buying feed all the time.
Well, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
And if you have a lot of chickens, you're gonna go through the bag.
Yeah, if you got a lot of chickens, they're gonna be eating it, which we weren't even really feeding them, honestly.
We weren't because they were roaming.
But they wasn't really laying eggs either. But yeah, they were roaming, free roaming. We want to have these ones probably locked up more, so we'll feed them more grain.
And it locking them up like fattens them, and I
Yeah.
feel like they will lay eggs more.
Yeah, ours was skinny because
They weren't laying eggs either.
we gave them some watermelon. He's feeding watermelon, but
Yeah.
yeah, mainly it'll probably mainly honestly be used for birds. When we start raising chickens again, I want to just have our own feed, so I don't have to go buy feed all the time. Because if they say, oh, feed is now double the price,
Yeah, everything is going up.
yeah, you're gonna have to pay it because you got to feed your animals. So the same with the sheep. Eventually, I want to get to the point where I don't have to buy feed for the sheep because they eat a lot. We can feed this to the sheep, we can feed it to Coco, and we can feed it to chickens. And so this is yeah. And so this, but it's so resilient. I mean, it grows so well. It grows like corn, but you don't have to irrigate it and none of that. You can make bread. You can make all kinds of stuff with it. And this is a variety we had. There's different varieties. This is one. We got it from True Leaf Market. We can sell some of the seeds if people are interested in buying some. Seed packs. We got a lot of it. You can email us at hello@shophumbleharvest.com. But I'm gonna say these seeds though. It's a rocks. The variety is called Rocks Orange, and it's like a dual-purpose variety. Some varieties are mostly just for grain. Some varieties are mostly just for producing sugar, like in the sap. But this is a dual-purpose variety. It produces a lot of sugar in the stalks. Not right now. You have to harvest it when it's fresh, but it produces sugar. But you can also harvest it for grain. So we had that dual purpose because we didn't have time last year to harvest the stalks, so we just let them go to seed for grain to grow this year. We knew we wanted to grow more this year. But this year we're gonna definitely try to harvest some stalks, and we'll probably make juice out of it. If we can get the equipment for it, we can make sorghum syrup, but you need a press. We need to be able to press the cane stalks into a juice so that we can make sugar. But
And I heard the juice tastes like sugarcane juice. If you ever had that.
yeah, it's just like, I mean, it's literally just like sugar canes.
I've never had it, sugarcane juice, but it looks delicious.
And so if you are trying to be sustainable and you're trying to grow your own food, you're gonna need to be able to preserve your food. And one way to do that is with sugar and molasses and sorghum syrup. You can make jams and all kind of stuff with sugar.
Yeah.
And it's just a good thing to have, especially if you know stuff was to happen, you're gonna want to be able to produce the things you need, things people aren't thinking about, like salt, sugar, spices, food you can eat, seeds you can harvest every year without having to buy it. We bought these seeds one time, and we'll never have to buy them again. As long as we can store them. So we do want to set up a cellar. We're gonna set up some other grain bins. We could use the grain bin, but
I don't know. It gets humid.
Doesn't?
The grain bin?
Yeah. I don't think it does.
Wasn't that why the feed kept getting moldy in there?
We never put feed in the grain bin.
Never did.
The grain bin, the animals bin?
Yeah. With Violet, I thought you said it was getting moldy.
Oh yeah, that. I don't know. That's because it was, I don't know. I guess because it was raining in there.
Yeah, we gotta fix the sim.
Yeah. But no, that was because the feed was wet though. But no, I need more airflow. That's the main thing. Let me see the chat and look at the chat. Let's see. Let's see. You've been rambling. That's what happens when I be drinking coffee. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share, become a member. Hit the like button if you enjoy, if you learn something. Go to shophumbleharvest.com. You can support our business. Support what we're doing out here. Appreciate you, everybody, for watching. Got 77 people. We got 117 likes. And she asked, what did you get? Yeah, said I'm crossing my fingers and toes on the whale. Yeah, I got a good feeling about the whale. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but I got a good feeling just because I can see the water in there. The main thing I'm worried about is the whale itself going dry. In the summertime, I don't know if it'll still... I feel like it'll still hold water, though. Because there's been areas on the land that still got water in it when everything else is dry. And since that well was drilled for that school, it's kind of like an industrial built type of thing. The county may have done it. And so I was gonna see if there's a county record. There probably is somewhere, somehow. Look into it. Maybe like an old easement, because I think there is an old easement on that that area over there. And so it kind of goes half. Part of that, those trees over there, is not our property. And so, yeah, we'll see. Since it's kind of industrial style, it's reinforced with concrete and stuff. It looks like it was done a little more professionally. But now I got a good feeling about it. Since it was used for a well, I'm thinking it's probably not gonna really. I think it'll be kind of reliable since it was used for a school.
This is probably the last of this room, which I put the green one all over there by the lemon balm, and the red one is by the hammer until I can find those labels. But I mean, we'll know if they.
Adrian Clay, I don't think we will know. We're gonna be able to tell they was.
But yeah.
You don't know until they start producing.
But that's why I separated them.
But yeah, I'm trying to look at the chat while I'm doing this. Yeah, Adrian Clay said, will you be starting an outdoor kitchen build anytime soon? I want to, pretty soon. Especially with it getting hot.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be nice to cook outside. It'll be really cool too. But I don't know when I'll do it. Once we get stuff planted, I'll be able to do other stuff. But a lot of other things we got to do, other responsibilities. So
yeah.
I don't know when we'll be able to get to it, or how long it'll take. I want to build a little stove, a clay stove, and then I'm gonna build a clay oven. Because we had an outdoor kitchen, I'd mainly be cooking outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to look in the chat. It's kind of locked. So it's hard trying to find someone to dig a well for manual use. I'm still searching. Yeah, I don't know. Especially depending on where you're at. Like in Oklahoma, there's certain requirements that the well drillers have to follow. They technically are supposed to create a log in Oklahoma of every well that they drill. So sometimes the well drillers won't do certain things just because they can lose their driller's license doing stuff, or they're just not familiar with it. But it was hard for us to get a well driller period out here. I mean, it took months before anybody even showed up, and that's when you're trying to throw them thousands of dollars. They still is hard getting them out here. It's not too many well drillers.
Yeah.
They're so unreliable. But yeah, it's tough, and then when you do find them, it's expensive. So there's no female trees and fruit trees in your backyard. Don't produce. Lisa said it makes great wine. Yeah, I never tried making wine from it. We could make a sorghum drink. That'd be cool. A fermented sorghum drink. So dandelion can eat and use for tea too. I have them. Now dandelion, I'm shocked we don't have no dandelion out here. I meant to plant dandelion seeds. It's too late. I'm gonna try to plant them this year though, or this fall. You said dandelion wine. You said wow, sounds good. So do you have mullein? I thought we had mullein, but I think it was just a plantain plant. I don't know. These animals be eating it, but I want to plant some mullein or I've seen mullein in like the area, mainly like along the highway. So I'm gonna try to introduce mullein over here. We might have to grow it, but I think it takes a while. Like if you start it from seed, I thought it took a while to get it established, but I'm not sure. But I do want mullein for sure. Mullein is like one of the nicest. It's one of my favorite native type of just wild plants because it makes really good tea. But it's really good. It's called it Indian tobacco. Some people say, right, butterflies are joy. They eat the mosquitoes. They help. To teach. Yeah, I'm just now seeing the chat. Somebody said grow cactus. Jane said grow cactus. There's actually some cactus growing over here. I was gonna see if I could kind of move them, repot them. But yeah, I don't know. I was shocked to see them. They're just growing around. So I wonder if chicken eat okra. I bet they would, especially the seeds. They got the seeds in there. It would be nice to have chickens right now because of all the bugs. They get a lot of protein just from the bugs right now. Especially around the crop fields. We can put them in the corn plants and stuff if they don't dig up the roots. So yeah, I let my chickens free. They know when to come back for food and sleep. Yeah, they're pretty smart. Like if you let them around, they know where home is. They know when to go at night. And they can pretty much free range throughout the growing season when it's warm. That's one benefit of the bugs is chickens and birds eat them. Stuff eats them. I don't know if this one is too good. It doesn't have too many good seeds on it. It didn't fill out that good, so I don't know why it's just heat stress or the lack of water. We didn't water them. But there's a few of them that never really like fully matured. But there was so many of them, it don't really matter. But it's still some seeds on it. But yeah, the birds can eat these stalks. Whatever's left. There's still some seeds on it. What they don't eat can maybe grow. planted some around the land. The cocoa is eating on it. But so you both are very resourceful. Try to be. So how should I use the hair growth oil? I mainly use it like when I get out the shower, or like when your hair is wet. I wouldn't put too much oil in hair, just kind of like when you wash your hair. After you hydrate your hair, put the oil in, and it's like a moisturizer. It'll help hold in the hydration. But you really just use a little bit, like just a little bit, and with water while your hair is wet. It's better to add it while your hair is wet, and just put a little bit of oil in your hands and maybe mix a little water. And I usually use it though, like when I get out the shower. Use the hair oil while my hair is real wet because it's hydrated, and the oil helps lock in the hydration and the water. But it's really nice. It's got frankincense and myrrh in it. It's like an anointing hair oil. You put Jamaican black castor oil in it. All the stuff that we use. Extra virgin olive oil, jojoba oil, and whatever else. Put some rosemary in it, which helps with hair growth. But yeah. But the main thing is I would use it while your hair is wet. I wouldn't use it while your hair is dry. If it's dry. And it's best to wash your hair out first so there's no dirt or anything in the oil. Just right after you freshly cleaned it. Said I have a ghetto rooster, Henry. He crows at my back door. If I don't respond, he comes to my front door and crows. Yeah, they know. He knows where you be at. Now the animals are funny because they get annoying sometimes. The sheep be doing that. They'll be yelling. Yeah, Sweetwater Garden said hello family, hello. Lisa said you guys are farmers first. Said how much do y'all pay for the 30 acres? It's about $100,000 for 30 acres. We got a farm loan for it, so we really pay like $7,000 a year for the property, which is cheaper than most people would pay rent. That'd be like about $700 something a month if you were to do it monthly. So it's pretty cheap, honestly, for 30 acres of land. But we got a farm loan, so we didn't have $100,000 cash in our pocket, so we financed it. But we were able to finance it with no down payment using a farm loan. That's why this is a farm. And so it's all planned strategically. But we've always wanted a farm. And so we've been trying to do this for years. But I'd like to make more videos on that. So we'll probably do some workshops on it. How you can buy land affordably. How you can buy land, do it cheaper than renting, and you can own it. The taxes out here is like $23 a year. At least it has been. Part of that is technically there's no house on this property. We live in a shed, so it's not really increasing the tax value as much. And another thing people don't realize when they start a homestead is they need to do it as a business, as a farm business, because when you're feeding animals and you're buying stuff for crops, you have expenses, and those expenses you can write off on your taxes, which will help you get a higher tax return. You're lowering your taxable income, so you don't have as much income for them to tax. You can increase your tax return, help you pay for more things. That excavator is farm equipment, so it cost me about $5,500 to buy that excavator, and I could write that off on my taxes. If you make a good amount of money in a certain year, the government is going to tax you. The more money you make, the more the government is going to tax you. And so by having more expenses, you're making less money. You have less taxable income because the money you spend on an expense is not income. It's a business expense. All these plants, most of them are a business expense. The ones we're not using only for ourselves, it's business use. Even if you have a YouTube channel, if you're filming your animals, if you're making money off your animals are business expenses. If you're feeding them feed, you can write off the feed on your taxes. That's something you don't have to pay taxes on. We're tax exempt for all our farm purchases. So those are things that help you if you're starting a homestead. There's things you can do strategically to make it a lot more affordable so you can buy land that's more productive. And it's more cost effective. It's cheaper doing this than it is paying rent every day. And we own it. It's just a lot of things people don't really understand. And this is stuff that people are doing all the time. It's just the way the system works. Trying to find where I left off. So okay, you in Oklahoma, I'm in Mississippi. I live in no zone. So yeah, dandelion makes good wine. My grandmother's old recipe. Yeah, I never thought about dandelion wine. I've heard of people making watermelon wine. I thought about trying that. Like a fermented drink. Said it's so medicinal. It's good for coughs and upper respiratory. The mullein. Oh, okay, the mullein. Right, that'd be cool. Yeah, I never thought about that. I've made tea with it. But it'd be nice to try to ferment more stuff. We want to start making our own fermented drinks. It said plantain are used for mosquito and ant bites. So yeah, I didn't know that. Lisa said, did you get your car running? Yeah, we got the Subaru running. A mouse or something had chewed the wire on the alternator. And so it was running, but it was, the battery died. It wasn't charging the battery. So while it was running, usually the car charges the battery while it's running. And we didn't realize the battery wasn't charging while we were driving. So I thought the alternator went out, but I noticed the wire connected to the alternator. The wire that connected from the alternator to the battery had been cut. So I think a mouse might have chewed it or something. I'm not sure. But we had mice get into the vehicles before when they're sitting. When they're sitting for a long time. That's another thing. Especially the truck, because we don't use the truck that often. Mice will get in it. Especially if we were storing feed in there. But I think that's probably what damaged the wire. I don't know why they snipped a wire. But we got it running. I just had to get a little, what's the word? It was like a wiring harness type thing. And I pretty much reconnected the wires. So thanks for the response. Little said thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. So this is sorghum seed that I got off the stalks. So yeah, you still could use it as a little bouquet. And we got a lot of seeds. So I think this will be enough to plant the rest of the field. Gotta go over there and show if I could, but I'll probably soak these since the ground is gonna start drying up. But yeah, I love seeing the grain. So I mean, we got a lot of it. So I'm curious to see how much we'll be able to produce this year, because we're planting like, I mean, maybe like 50 times the amount that we planted last year. So we'll see. But I'm gonna soak some of these seeds, and I gotta finish the last of the rows, and we'll plant these. Yeah, They should sprout up pretty quick 'cause it's hot. Yeah, he said he had one get in my car, rat and mice. Yeah, they're annoying. We were keeping feed in there when it would rain, but we had to take it out. But yeah, I put some, it's like a peppermint type of peppermint spray in there. So I think that got them out, but I don't know, it's just tough because it's hard to tell when the vehicles, we don't really always go out into town, so sometimes the vehicles are sitting for a while. So you can smoke Mullein to clear your lungs too. Yeah, I heard it's really good for your lungs. People use it to stop smoking and heal their smoker's cough and stuff. But yeah, so this land it's been a benefit to us, but it's also benefiting the wildlife. They've been thriving out here. The animals. The more we manage the land, the more everything thrives. The rabbits have been getting fat, so we're gonna have to start hunting the rabbits before they eat our crops, because they've been nibbling on stuff. We'll probably feed them to Blue. There's a lot of rabbits now. And yeah. The rabbits, it's been a lot of different types of birds. So we're gonna look out for the crows. There's been crows out here. The ground is wet. Try not to touch it. And so the hibiscus I'm gonna put in this tray because I just want to make sure they're all separated. The seeds are a little smaller, and we don't have as much hibiscus, so I want to make sure that they do all right. And the trays make it easy to transplant them. The hibiscus will go in the ground in the high tunnels. So this will be something. The high tunnels we're going to be growing mostly crops that like warm weather, herb crops, and things we can make oils from, flowers, stuff that's a little more delicate. Put the shade cloth on it. But it's really going to be nice in the fall and in the winter when we can grow greens. Hopefully we'll be able to grow throughout a lot of the winter time with the high tunnel. So So I might need 2 trays. I'm not sure how many hibiscus seeds I have. So this is a mix of like potting soil with creek soil and perlite. I think there's even a little bit of manure in here. So we'll see how it does. Well, I can see that. Said truly enjoying your jam. Yeah, this is our playlist we have for our videos, because they're not copyright songs, but they're good songs. But we'll get copyrighted if we use other music. So do you have a home and eagle population out there? There are some. I haven't seen any by us, but I've seen some at somebody else's property before. Probably about 20 minutes from here, 15 to 20 minutes. But there are eagles in the area, but I don't think we have the right. They're usually on them huge, like real big trees. They make huge nests. I was hoping maybe we'd see some on the sycamore trees. But so yes, I have rabbits too. They're not scared to come out even when I go on the back patio. Yeah, it's nice seeing them, but then it's like, man, I know y'all gonna eat my stuff. But I want to use the pelts. They got nice pelts. I bet if I walk around, I'll find one. They're usually in the same areas. There's one that lives in it goes in the high tunnel. I think it lives in there. And so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe put 2 vegetables there. So I try to fit as much soil as I can because the soil is gonna sink once you start watering it. You don't really want it to sink in. You don't want the seed to sink in. So when you press it down, the seed, it has a firm bed to sit on. That's why it says make a firm seed bed. This is firm. Let's see. Yeah, it's nice. I love seeing the root come out. When you see the root come out, that's almost guaranteed they're gonna grow.
Yeah.
That's nice. Especially for hibiscus.
Green ones were.
Yeah, especially for hibiscus. It's called a roselle hibiscus. So I think there's different types of hibiscus. Let's see, I don't see the lid on this. Hold on. It's different types of hibiscus. This is a roselle hibiscus, which is an annual. Some of them are perennial. But yeah, it's gonna be nice. So I put it in the tray because it's kind of more delicate. Not really, but I just want to make sure it doesn't. I got each one in its own separate cell. That's nice. I don't know if you can even attention cord. Speakers. But the hibiscus is cool because we should be able to continuously harvest them.
split all the seeds? Or they're inside still?
They in the house.
Oh.
And the cowpea. I was gonna soak some cowpeas too. Purple whole peas and those little ones. And I don't know what else you want to grow. I want to plant some cucumber, squash, everything we need planting right now.
I got it. That's good. The heat got to me.
You said you're taking your phone.
I gotta sit down for a minute 'cause I'm like super hot.
Nate took the music, y'all. So that's this whole tray. Jane said, best real, learning, inspiring, great vibes, honest working YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Superman said, peace. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can charge the laptop. Nate took the music. All right, so I got the laptop charged. Got the music back. I'm gonna plant this. So we got all the hibiscus seeds in the tray. Just lightly cover them. And so I use this mix because it has a mix of the creek soil, which is it's a nice sandy type soil. I put perlite in it to help it drain more, and it keeps it from compacting. And then the real key ingredient is the peat moss. So this is peat moss. It's 3.8 cubic feet of compressed peat moss. And so this bag That's what it looks like. That's pretty much all potting soil or seed starting mix. If you buy a seed starting mix, it's mostly just peat moss with other stuff mixed in it. This is the base. So instead of buying expensive bags, we just got a big bag of the peat moss and mix our own. So we mix the perlite, which this is the perlite. It's just a mineral, and it helps with aeration, drainage. So we mix that with the creek soil. I also mixed some manure. So now we got a nice, good seed starting mix. So we'll see how they do. So I try to do things in a way that I can scale it. With this mix, we can make a lot more just using the resources off our own land. Because this is a farm, so we have to be able to scale what we're doing so that we can keep expanding every year, that we can grow more. And so I got all the cells pretty much covered. Put an excess amount of soil. So let it soak. So these trays are nice for starting seeds because it holds water. So if you keep it filled with water, you don't have to water them as much. So each tray has 72 cells. So we can put 72 seeds. So we'll see if we can fill this one. If we can, that'll be about 144 plants. So it makes it easy to keep track of how many plants you have. Trying to get all the chunks out. The soil is not sifted. We should have sifted it really, but I think it'll be all right. There are some chunks of stuff in it. So now it's ready to plant. So this is the last of the hibiscus seed that I soaked. See the roots? Roots are already sprouting. So I'm hoping within the next few days they'll be growing. Oh, let's see. so I ran out of seed. I got 9 spaces left. So that should be like 133 hibiscus plants if they all sprout. I'm trying to figure out what to put in the other spots. I think what else we got? All right, so I had to decide what to put in there. I got some cucumber seeds. Since we haven't planted any cucumber yet, we got some empty spaces. I'll put some of them in here. And so this is called it's a marketer cucumber. Let's see the chat. I looked at it. Said, where did you get the IBC totes? We got those from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. There's a lot of people that sell them. So we got 9 extra spaces, so I'm just putting cucumber.